Remember, we are now just 5 minutes away from your first official look at our finest value of the day, and it was just so much great information to share. You know, the wonderful thing about Andrew Lessman is not only does he make the world's finest vitamins, to me the information that we acquire from him is just as valuable as the products themselves. And then of course, yes, the science he teaches us, but those reviews are what really validate the products. And especially when we talk about our today's special at midnight, read those reviews. This is one that you've heard me saying my personal praises of, but not just me, Andrew. I know for years people have been asking you to do a liver detox product.
A liver detox, and this is liver detox. What I often talk about is my phosphatidylcholine, because that we just talked about joints and the building blocks of joints. Phosphatidylcholine is the critical phospholipid that's a building block of our lipid, also a building block of our brain. But we still need to take into consideration the work that our liver is doing in terms of it's dealing with toxic chemicals all the time. The toxic byproducts of the metabolism of protein, of fats, of alcohol, of all the drugs and medicines we consume. Our liver has to process all of those chemicals. It performs thousands of unique different kinds of chemical reactions. The liver is truly the most remarkable and hardest working organ in our body. This is a time of year, this is the aftermath of the most difficult time of year, which are the holidays. For all of us, we eat more rich foods, we tend to drink more, we still have to take the medications we need to take. So the burden on our liver the last couple of months of the year is more than at any time during the year. And our liver antioxidant extracts, very simple, straightforward product. It focuses on the 3 botanicals that have been demonstrated to play a significant role, a very clear role in the detoxification, helping the liver repair itself, regenerate its tissues. And as we look here, it's silymarin, and you can go to the National Institute of Health website and you could read great research on all 3 of these. I have great clinical studies and research on all 3 of them. But we have our silymarin phosphatidylcholine complex, again, because silymarin, like curcumin, like turmeric, can't be absorbed unless it's complexed with fats, can't be absorbed well unless it's complex with fats. We do that with both of those. Then we also have our artichoke extract. But there's no question that these 3 ingredients are the 3 most important botanicals. And there are reviews you could read on this product that talk about folks who'd had issues with their liver function tests, that the numbers weren't in their ideal range, and the liver antioxidant extracts were something that they found supported their numbers, getting them back and keeping them in that healthy range. Again, these are not a drug, not a medicine, just a natural tool to help the liver do what it wants to do, which is detoxify our body and detoxify itself.
Absolutely. So pick your size of choice, 30, 60, 122, 40. Remember, everything for the next 24 hours, special purchase pricing, free shipping, and special flex pay. Andrew, I don't know if you have the ability to do more of these, but if I'm seeing that quantity correctly, we're probably in a few hundred in each of the...
Oh, that's all it is, a few hundred in each size.
In each size.
So we won't have enough to last through the end of the day tomorrow, for sure.
All right. So if it's one of those products like me, I mean, I again, just like women's wellness, I was getting to the bottom of my bottle, and you start to panic when you have those products that you rely on, just like I rely on circulation and vein support.
And it comes with a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. If you like, you can go to your doctor. You can show it to your doctor. You could have a liver function test done. You could have a blood test where they look at certain enzymes and they look at certain levels to determine whether they're in their normal range. Most of us in America, if we're over the age of 30, are taking medications, multiple medications. And even if something's an over-the-counter medication,